Hey guys. Okay, so I am getting ready to set up my um, parties for April 9th. So my parties all start on Mondays, but my pre-parties start on the Friday before. So tomorrow, all my parties are going to be starting their pre-party posts. So I wanted to come on here and do a little presentation on how to set up the Facebook event, and then going into Post My Party and linking that to Post My Party. And I apologize for my appearance. I haven't been in bed that long. So, all right, I'm going to start sharing my screen. I've already set up some. So the first thing you want to do is you want to, while you're on your Facebook, you want to go to the events. Then you're going to create a private event. And then here, where you can upload a photo, you can go in and find any cover photo you want from Consultants Corner and Marketing Imagery. The way you see that is when you're signed into Consultants Corner, you go under Training and Resources, Marketing Imagery. You can see the host specials, guest specials, new consultant, and then specials at a glance. If you go to the social tab, it will give you spring, recipe and products, cover photos. You can view collection, and you can download and then upload them up here if you want to. So that's one thing you can also do. Me personally, I have a folder that I set aside in my computer that is titled Host and Guest Specials. And I just use the April or that month's guest special cover. Now for the event name, you can just do a simple Lisa's Virtual Pampered Chef Party. For me, I like to do copy and paste emojis. And I might do a food, or since it's April, I'm probably going to do a flower. So for the flower, find one that you want to copy, regardless of what it is. I just think it looks better to have, a pretty little emoji in the title. So this is for Lisa. Place, I always do just 24/7 online. It's simple, it makes sense. The date, even though my pre-party started on the 6th, the actual party date itself is the 9th. So that's the day we're putting here. And I always put 7 a.m. She happens to live in Missouri, so that is Central Time. But you definitely want to change that if it's not. Even though we're not in Consultants Corner, I have set this to close on the 14th because that's the date that we're actually closing the show itself. But the Facebook event is ending Friday night at midnight. And it won't let you put, we always just put 11:59 here, 11:59 p.m. But the online ordering ends for the guest. And that way Saturday the host can go in and she can add what she wants to her cart. But if you don't set the date in Consultants Corner to Saturday the 14th, then she won't be able to go in there and add what she wants to her cart. So that's why that part's important. This one is strictly Monday through Friday. Then for the description, now whenever I trained all of you, I sent you an email that was titled training, and in that email there is this host coaching doc. And the host coaching doc gives everything that you do every single day. Pre-party, you're going to send this message to your host, pre-party day 2 and 3, and so on and so forth, okay? So, but it also has the party details. So the first thing I do is I go in and change what date we're closing. So for this one, I know that we're closing the party and processing the cards on April 14th. So I go ahead and do that so I don't have to change it in every single one of them. But you will notice that it says host here, host link, and then the host personal show site here. So you're going to, after you copy and paste it, you're going to go in and have to change things. Copy it, paste it in the description, super easy. First thing you want to do is do this. And by this step, you should have already set up everything in Consultants Corner. You want to set up everything in Consultants Corner the same day or before you email the host packet. So that's her link. I'm going to copy this because I know I have to paste it down below. I need to put her name in this spot. And I wait to do this step until after I paste it because I don't want to accidentally, I would rather forget to type in her name where it says host versus having it the previous person's name. So Lisa's on here going, who's Amy? Why is Amy's name on here? No, and definitely don't want to have somebody else's link here. Oh my gosh. All right, so then you just kind of go through and make sure, okay, it's Lisa's 24/7, 9th through the 13th, 7 to 11:59. Her link is there. Her name is there. Her name is there. Perfect. Okay, create private event. So it shows that it's there. So then you go back in and edit it. And now this part, adding the host as a co-host, I never do that until Thursday. So there may be some days where I might set up the Facebook event, Monday through Wednesday, depending on how my days are going and everything. But you cannot add her as a co-host until Thursday. And honestly, I don't know that it really matters. I guess this is just what I do because I know that my pre-party posts are starting on Thursday, and the same day I add her as the co-host is the same day I send the initial private message. So type in her name, save. Okay, so I created all 5 of my parties already. That was my 5th one. So now we'll start with hers. So now the very next step, since we're talking about the host coaching, is I group all of my posts into one private message. And I send them all this one, the first private message when event is created a day before the pre-party. So you will copy and paste all of this into a private message for them. It basically lets them know it's time for them to invite all of their Facebook friends, the party's set up, encouraging them to comment, and like a post on the wall too, because that's what's going to reach everybody. So that's the first thing you do. Set the Facebook event, send this private message to all your hosts. Then what you need to do is you need to link your Facebook events to your Post My Party. And by now, if you're following my training, you would have already set that up. I would have sent you my template and you would have made it your own. So while you're signed into Post My Party and on your dashboard, you're going to go to schedule a party. So the template, now for my templates, I have a 3-day pre-party and I have a 5-day party. 3-day pre-party starts on Friday. So you choose your template. So the first one, we're going to do 3-day pre-party. Then you're going to choose your event. So it's personal event. And from the drop down, see, these are all 5 of my parties that I set up in Facebook. So we're going to start with Lisa since that's the one I had you guys watch. Pre-party is going to start on Friday the 6th. And her time zone is Central. This part's very important. You want to make sure you do that. It'll come up and tell you if you haven't. Replace host with, this is where the host name goes in. So it's Lisa. And you want to type in her link. And it's always http blah, 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 blah.com/go/her link. Make sure you do it right. I just put in 2 S's there. So this is important because this is going to pop up on every single post that has, if you remember, whenever you set up your own Post My Party, within the messages that you copy and pasted, it'll say host in brackets, it'll say link in brackets. So every place where it says host in brackets will have Lisa's name now. Every place that says link in brackets will now have her actual website. So you don't want to mess that up because as people are going through the post, they're going to click on that. And if it's not right, it's going to screw things up. So make sure that's right. Now for the pre-party, the word text in boxes, which honestly isn't in um, any of my templates. However, I remember for the 5-day party, you do have to put it, but for the pre-party, you don't. I'm sorry that I'm stuttering. I need more coffee. Okay, so at this point, go back up and make sure you have selected 3-day. 3-day does start on the 6th. This is for Lisa. Lisa's name is here and her link. And then click create. If you make a mistake, if you create it and realize, oh my gosh, all of these have Lisa with 2 S's in it, which is what I almost did. All you have to do is go back to the parties where you had Lisa's and click delete. It'll delete that whole thing and then you just start over again versus going through and changing each one of them. You do not want to do that. Okay, so we got Lisa's 3-day, so now we have to schedule Lisa's 5-day. So you click schedule new party again. Then we're going to choose 5-day party, personal event, Lisa's. Now the 5-day party starts on the 9th. So we're going to put the 9th here. Central time zone yet again. Now, once you type in the name the first time, all you have to do is type in the first letter. So I type in an L, Lisa's right there. Link. Once you click on the Pamper, and I honestly just put pamperchef.com/go/ because it pops up on the very first one, and I can just type in. Now I can just type in the L, and it's going to pop up. Make sure you choose the right Lisa if you've done more than one. So her link, and then the date here. I always put the date on the 5-day party because for some reason it makes me. So what this date is the last day of the event, which happens to be the 13th, Friday. So then again, you go up and double check. Okay, I did select 5-day party. This is for Lisa on the 9th. Has Lisa's name and Lisa's link. Perfect. Create. This one takes a little bit longer because there's more posts for the 5-day. All right, so that's set up. So now, if you have more than one party, which I strongly suggest you do, at least, I tell all my new girls to have at least 2 parties every week, but you want to get up to where you're doing, at least 4 every week. And because the Post My Party is easy, it's automatically going to post these for you. All you have to do is set yourself a reminder to go in a couple times a day and respond to comments. That's it. Super easy. So back to parties. So now while I have you on here, I'm going to do a second one. Now, whenever I do my parties, I know I showed you guys when I trained you to do these show planners, okay? So on these show planners, Lisa's party was first. This party is second. So we're going to adjust her party by a minute. And I always write on the bottom how long I'm adjusting their parties by. Because if you have several parties running at the exact same time of every single day, and I know some of these are different time zones, so that's going to make a difference. But if it shows on Facebook where you're having duplicated posts at the same time, they'll put you in Facebook jail. So we always want to increase those by certain times. I'll show you how to do that as soon as I set this party. Okay, so let's set up the next one. Schedule new. So again, we're going to do the 3-day pre-party first. I'm going to select my event. This one is going to be Shayla's. We're starting her pre-party on Friday the 6th. And she lives in California, so she is going to be Pacific time zone. Her name goes here. Make sure you spell it right. Oh my gosh. Her link. And then double check. 3-day pre-party, 6th. Shayla's link. Create. And here's where you're going to adjust. Now, if I knew these were going to be duplicated, it would automatically pop up in big, bright yellow. Usually it's the games, duplicated posts. It didn't happen here. However, because I know I have 5 parties I'm setting up, I'm adjusting everything by 1 minute. So on your second party that you created in Post My Party, you're going to scroll down after you've created it and increase it by a minute. Your third party, you're going to increase by 5 minutes. your fourth party by 10, your fifth party by 15 if you guys get up to 5 parties per week, which is what I've been doing. So that's what you do. And like I said, I just write it on the bottom of my show planner right here, and that reminds me that I am increasing this particular party by a minute. Again, it's just about being organized. Then you update, then automatically, instead of this being 8:05, it's 8:06. Instead of 6, it's 6:01 now, and so on and so forth. So now we're going to go back to schedule new, because now we have to do her 5-day. 5-day party, personal event. It's going to be Shayla. That's starting on the 9th. Pacific time zone. Just type an S here, and it'll pop up all your, well, there's too many. So Shayla. April 13th. Okay, so 5-day party. Shayla's the 9th. Shayla 13th. Create. And then I check it off on my show planner that I have set up post my party and Facebook event. So none of these are duplicated either, and probably because the first one was Central and the second one was Pacific. So that kind of helps me know in different time zones. However, when you have several going on, I just do it. I mean, it can't hurt anything, right? So click update. You can go back to your parties. You can see here now that you have Shayla and Lisa's 5-day party set up on the 9th, Shayla and Lisa's 3-day pre-party on the 6th. So it'll show you everything that's going to post. So if you want to edit anything, you can go in and say you want a different stay tuned party. I use Google a lot. I also use the virtual party groups that I'm a part of and look for. You can literally type in their search box in the group, stay tuned, and it'll pull up different pictures for you. So every so often, just go in and change them up, because you have people that are going to the same parties because you're booking off of other parties. They're going to get bored of the same post. So I encourage you to go in and change some of these. You can literally just click change and drag a different photo in this box. It's really easy. Same with the games. There's a virtual party game group that I'm a part of, and I've more than likely added you to that group as well if I've trained you. And they have tons and tons of different games in there, and I actually have it saved in my documents on my computer under virtual party games, so that, and I have like the brownie pan scramble, and then the answers, the cheese game and the answers, coffee game and answers, and so on and so forth. So I can go in every so often and just choose some different games for my posts. Again, it's just about, you know, keeping everything organized and easy for you. It's gonna make this job a lot easier for you guys. Okay, so that is it. Hopefully this helped you guys out, and I hope you have a good day.